How you doing? My name is Thunder, and welcome to another episode of the Need for Speed Most Wanted Car Build. The second mod that's up for show is yet another Nissan. This one was suggested by Muller Milch, who's been a long time fan, I guess, quote unquote, of my videos, and is a good friend of mine. And he suggested what he considers to be one of his all-time favorite cars, the Nissan 300ZX twin turbo Z32. This was at first his original choice, then he had a different idea, but once I tried that different idea, it turned out that the mod was kinda, so we're gonna stick with the Z32. I'm gonna post a link, as always, in the description for where you can download it. So let's take a quick look through these modifications to see just what we have to offer here. So here's the first one here. This one actually looks pretty nice, actually. The first one, it's already quite a good looking one. Ooh, this one's even nicer too. The second one's pretty good. Third one's even nicer. We gotta. It's some subtle changes, but they work quite nicely for the car. Okay, the fourth one, yeah, not digging that front bumper, honestly. So, and then let's see what the fifth one's like. Okay, yeah, definitely not for that bumper. I'm gonna keep for these customizations. I'm gonna keep the wheels stock on them because. Simply because it's just kind of not worth changing them if they're special. This actually has a choice of spoilers. It's just that they're over here. That's a bit interesting. I've seen some different ways they do it for the hoods, but this one kind of gives it like a custom spoiler that you can't get from the regular one. So that's good. That gives it some credits too, and plus you can do all these changes to get different styles for them. I quite like that. I think though, let's see here real quick. That spoiler's ridiculous. Look at that damn thing. Anyways, I think I like this particular one, so we're gonna go with that. Is there anything special under the roof scoops? Not that I can see. Just a quick look here. Nope, nothing special there. So we're just gonna pass that. So we got our visual appearance, of course, our cosmetics appearance. Of course, this is like most car mods. This is a paintable one, so we can just paint it whatever we want. We're gonna do the midnight purple here because that was a color from Nissan around that time. Looks like we can't put any vinyls on it, similar to the Fairlady Z32 from the previous one. Let's just put it in medium black, and we'll just go with that. So there we go. This thing looks quite peppy, and as you probably already will have guessed, I do of course have the Junkman Ultimate and Junkman parts on it. So this thing is already all tuned up and ready to go. So let's go take it to Petersburg then. And at Petersburg, we're going to have 6 laps to try to take this 300ZX around the track to get as fast of a lap time that we possibly can. The current leader with a 53.10 second time is the BMW M3 GTR. It'll be pretty interesting to see where this 300ZX lands at, especially considering the last car, of course, we had, which was the, as always, the Z32, pulled second place. But I'm already noticing here that if anything is lacking on this car right now, it is that handling. It is not handling very sharp at all, and I apologize if you keep hearing the sounds. I have a grown acne on a pretty embarrassing spot, so I'm doing a different setup here, and I'm trying to get comfortable here. It's not the easiest thing in the world for me right now. So, but I'm doing what I can, at least. And I know my mouse cursor is showing up. Oh dear. But yeah, this is going to be quite a problematic one. In fact, I'm not even going to be surprised if it's near the bottom. Whoever designed this car clearly did not give it much for handling whatsoever. It just doesn't have much grip to show. So we could be looking at quite a low contender now. The lowest position car was the Mercedes CLK 500, which out of every car in the game was the only car I was unable to get a sub 1 minute lap time with when I redid every car every vanilla car and put the Junkman parts on. So it's going to be disappointing if this 300ZX, which is a car that I really like, can't even beat that. But of course, blame the person who made the mod, because, well, of course, it was up to them, of course, to make the performance features, and it looks like they kind of. This honestly feels more like if the car was on just ultimate parts in most cases. So it's really disappointing that the car isn't right now doing any better. Because it should feel like it should grip a little more, especially since I'm growing a little bit accustomed to how the Fairlady Z432 did in the previous episode, but no such luck. In fact, look at that, a 1 minute 3.68. That's a dreadful time. Absolutely dreadful. And Manager Mueller's probably going to be a little bit disappointed about this. But of course, I'm not the one who designed this mod, so... And I'm not trying to underperform this car or anything. I'm just trying to drive it like I would any of the other cars, so... So unfortunately, this isn't exactly working out. But I'm trying here. I'm gonna see what I can pull off. In fact, let's move to the hood view. Let's see if that helps any. Sorry if you hear any popping noises, by the way. I still need to get a pop filter for this snowball mic. So, I mean, it's got at least some decent speed, but it's not enough. Oh boy. Yeah. 1 minute 2.45. That's still not a very good time at all. I would love to get this thing at least a little bit closer to that CLK, but I think with the loads of understeer that I'm getting here with this car, that may not happen. As you probably saw just how much I tried to cut in there to get around that, but it may have just been for the most part, been to no avail. I'm just fighting real hard to get this thing as quick as I can, so. But needless to say, oh god, yeah, this isn't working out very well. I'm just trying to make sure I can keep up the momentum here, but it looks like that's just not gonna happen. Come on, let's at least try to get a better time here. Yeah, come on. It'd be nice if I can at least just get a 101 then, because that I guess is now going to be my target. Because I don't think this is gonna hit sub 1 minute, because it's just way off the pace, to say the least. I'd really like to get something going with this car. Oh, by the way, I think, if for those of you who are just curious, the Fairlady Z432 that I used in the previous episode replaces the Pontiac GTO, whereas the 300ZX here replaces the Mercedes-Benz SL500. So if you're curious to know what it replaces, there you go. Come on, this is feeling like I'm gonna at least get a better lap time out of this, but. And of course, the AI driver just screwing up there like usual. Okay, alright. 101.21, that's at least the best I'm going to be able to do, I think. Thankfully, the AI driver did not get in the way to basically, for the most part, invalidate this final, like, crucial lap. Oh, God. Just barely any steering power there. It's just really trying to cut in there, but just nothing to give, nothing to show. Like, I'm really trying to give this as much as I possibly can here. It's so much to the point, which is why I went to the hood view, but it's just got nothing to show. So this is the handling is just the car's biggest letdown, to say the least. But at least this lap so far has been pretty good for at least what I could have managed. So can we at least get it a little closer to that Mercedes-Benz at the bottom there? Alright. I think that's probably the best I'm going to do. So yeah, there. Okay, that was fairly closer than I expected. A 1 minute .78. Unfortunately, though, even with that 1 minute .78, this car now sits in last place, pretty much below the Mercedes-Benz CLK 500, Vauxhall Monaro, Pontiac GTO, and quite frankly everything else, obviously. But hey, at least it's first. At least it's now the first place car for the Mercedes-Benz SL500 replacement leaderboards. It's just another thing that I'm going to be doing here. Of course, because just to find out of the mod cars which is the best that replaces a certain vehicle. It's just to give you an idea on where that would reside. So anyways, hopefully the next mod that we get will be a little bit better. I did have the next one that I had planned was supposed to be another one from GTR Cars, but at the time of recording this, the download section seems to be down on the site right now, so I'm unable to get to that. So any from GTR Cars will just have to be put on the hold for now, whilst I can wait for that to start working again. Hopefully it will. I have no idea. But anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching. Leave any of your thoughts down below in the comments if you have any, and of course, take care.